I've decided to just do a full what I eat in a day because I kind of felt like the what I eat in, you know, a week or over the course of several days isn't as specific, especially if I want to help someone out. I can give you like a full idea of what's being eaten in a day so you don't think I'm just like eating a whole bunch of like curries and stuff all the time.
Let's be real though, I am pretty much eating a bunch of curries all the time.
You know, we're on this mission together. First meal of the day is pretty much the same thing as before, but like I said in the last video, I've made some alterations. You can just come along and see those alterations. You guys know I woke up at like 5 a.m. to do these nails. How do you like this makeup look? It's so simple, it's so basic. I've been wearing this look so often. Yeah, I showed you guys the look already. This is the thing I was talking about in my last video, CoverGirl Tone Rehab Foundation Base Golden Tan. It's not as like, it's neutral, it matches, so you guys don't think I'm just going around crazy looking all the time. You guys, look at my arms, my muscles. I can actually see some of them. I was looking in the mirror, I was putting on lotion, and I was like, what? I mean, maybe not here, this is flab, but so let me get to moving. I'm so hungry. Start off, we're going in with the smoothie. We have the berries and cherries, 130 calories, 1 cup going in the blender. Now we got some blueberries or bluelettes. This is a 1/4 cup, so I'm doing that twice, so that's 1/2 cup of blueberries. Yes, and I'm showing that to you so you guys get the idea that it is 1/4. Now we will be blending the smoothie, and I'm just pushing it down because I want it to be really thick, and we're going to blend it again, and it's going very slowly now because it's super thick, and that's exactly how I want it to be. I like it thick. Now I'm putting in this blue matcha, which says butterfly pea flower powder, which I don't even know what that is. What does that mean, guys? Like, I'm not even sure this is made for humans, but I got it off of Amazon and I haven't died yet, so let's just keep it going, and I'm going to continue to use it. So now I have this thing nice and thick how I want it, and I'm just going to sprinkle some coconut powder on top, as well as sprinkle some almond vanilla granola, and I'm going to add about 7 almonds, and now I'm going in with a tablespoon of honey because y'all know I love my honey, and I'm just going to go around town. And we are pretty much done, actually. Don't mind my bed. I would say with the oat milk and the matcha, it just makes this taste that's just like, I don't know. It's a little bit different when I film what I eat in a day, because when I do what I eat in a day, I wake up earlier than this, and I usually eat by 10. Now it's like almost noon, but I had to like get ready, shower, put on my makeup. I don't know, I guess I didn't have to shower to get on camera, but I just feel like I should, because I feel like I'm like, I don't know, presenting myself. But yeah, basically I would have already eaten my breakfast by now. I think that's probably the only difference. Then I'll probably start cooking my lunch around 3. Don't forget me, I beg. I remember you said sometimes it lasts, but sometimes it hurts instead. But yeah, right now it is time for lunch, and I'm super hungry, and I hope we have all the ingredients of the stuff I want to make. And I curled this little front because I thought it would be cuter like this, you know what I mean? And I think that's cuter. I've decided just to make a lunch using the gazanza beans. I'm using the chickpea beans. They're the same thing, right? I'm going to make some sort of like veggie burger, but I'm not gonna eat the bun because I'm not eating bread like that. And so for me, what I've noticed is when I eat bread, I blow up. The flour is not good for you. At least not for me. It's not good for me. So I'm gonna go downstairs, see what I can whip up, and I'm gonna take you guys with me, and that should be that. We have some eggs, we have some chickpeas, we have a potato, we have bacon, and we have garlic over there on the bottom. So what I did was I wet a potato, then I wrapped it in a paper towel, and now I'm going to place it in the microwave. I'm going to microwave it for 2 minutes, and I think my microwave is on high. So right now I just added some garlic to the chickpeas, and what I'm doing here is I'm taking the potato and I'm rubbing it with my nail to see if the skin will peel off. If the skin does not easily peel off, then I know it's time to zap it again. So right now I'm going to separate the egg
And I'm just going to keep the egg whites in and just toss that yolk away. Then I'm going to add some garlic pepper, just about a half a teaspoon, and same with the pepper. And then I'm going to add the rest of the garlic that I cut up earlier, which you guys didn't see. The potato is now ready. As you can see, the skin is peeling, and I'm going to go ahead and finish peeling most of that potato off camera. And now I'm going to add it into the chickpea mix. Now the chickpea mix is from last night, so I did add some Memphis barbecue, which you'll see me add later to it. And I'm just going to mush this up like you would do for mashed potatoes, and to create some sort of, I don't know, mix, batter, you know, stuffing, whatever you want to call this. It's just a mixture so we can get this to make a patty. Well, this is what the mixture looks like. And now we're going to add the Memphis style barbecue seasoning. Last time I seasoned this with oregano and I believe cumin, but you can go whatever season you want to, and finish mixing the two. We're going to bring out a sheet, and I am going to spray this with some canola oil. Now I'm forming the patty with my hands. If you find that the patty is cracking, just wet your hands a bit and continue forming the patty. That just happens. It's a potato. They fall apart. I've made about 2.5 patties with this particular mixture, and what you're going to do after this, you're going to spray it lightly on top with the canola. I don't think that was lightly, but I did a little bit extra. So I'm placing it in the oven, and I set this to about 450, but I didn't wait till 450 to get it in. I waited till about 350. I've added some bacon to my pan while the potatoes are cooking. We're just constantly going, guys, at this point. While the bacon is cooking, I'm going to chop up some cilantro, some spring onions, and some white onions for my meal. Now the bacon is getting to that point where it is mediumly cooked, and now it's nice and crispy. Yes. I'm going to whip up the eggs because the bacon is done, and I just wanted to get that garlicky pepper taste because this is just going to be super good. I'm just going to pour that directly into the bowl. If you want it to be really fluffy eggs, I guess you can continue whipping it. I'm pretty lazy, so I like my eggs and my onions to cook at the same time. Plus, I feel like it brings more flavor to it. Potato patties are done, and you can see what they look like. Yes, and they are nice and crispy too, guys. It's not a game. I'm putting them on my plate, and I'm getting them ready for the decorage. Here is the egg, and I flipped it over like a pancake so you guys can see. And this time I'm about to cut it. I don't suggest you cut it in the pan, but I am one lazy chick and I don't like to waste any time. But you can ruin your pans that way, so don't do that. So I'm taking 1/2 of the egg, and I'm going to place that on the patty, as you can see here. And I'm going to take the other half of the egg and place it on the patty. And I just folded it a little just because it was kind of big, and you can make it into whatever shape you want to. If you want to make it a round shape, go ahead. Here I'm just adding the onions and the bacon, and now we are done with the cilantro on top. Okay, so I have finished my lunch, and we're gonna see how that plays out later. It might just be my final meal of the day, but it might be hungry later. Now I'm going for a walk, and then when I get back, I'm going to do my sort of weekly tarot broadcast, which I like to film and upload usually on Saturdays, but I like to do Friday or Saturday. If you guys are interested, I will put the link to my channel in that description box for those who are interested in that. I'm gonna go and then I'll be back. I was a little bit hungry later, so I got a tomato, some onions, some garlic, I have some carrots here, some salmon, and some red peppers. I'm going to place the onions into a blender along with the tomatoes, which is about to make me some type of curry. Don't throw any shade my way. I love my curries. Don't worry about the shoddy camera work. It's later in the day. I'm tired. I already put in some seasoning. I wish I could tell you what it was, but don't matter. I'm putting in some tangy ginger seasoning here, about a tablespoon. I would suggest half a tablespoon. This came out actually a little bit too salty. I'm putting in a bit of salt. This is some clove. All these tablespoons, I would bring it down a notch. That's going to blend all together. Now it's done blending, and I'm going to add this to a pot on medium heat, and you can see the little tomato paste, and it's boiling away. And while it gets hot, I'm going to add the carrots, and then I'm going to go in with the salmon, and then I'm going to go in with the green beans, And then I'm going to mix it all together to make sure all that flavor and that goodness is getting in and soaking into all the veggies and the fish. I was actually cooking rice this whole time. It takes about 40 minutes to make brown rice, so get that started right away. And I'm going to add some dried cranberries to the rice. That's just for my own flavor. Here I'm slowly adding the curry to the bowl. And this actually tasted really delicious. It just needed a little bit of honey, but I got a sweet tooth. And reduce the salt and it will be the most perfect recipe you could ever taste.
This is a weird angle. I literally had to like redo my makeup because when I went for a walk, like I forgot it's like allergy season, so I got some pollen in my eye and I had to like wash half my face off. So as you saw, I just made dinner, and I'll be honest, this dinner is not something I have ever made before. Occasionally you are going to see some experimental dishes, which I think it's a good thing because this is what I eat in like a day, and a lot of days, not a lot of days, but frequently enough, I will experiment with things and I'm not gonna always get it right. Actually, it wasn't that bad. It just was a little bit bitter and a little bit sour. I think I put too much clove in it. And not only that, I've noticed it needs a little sweetness in it. So you can either add sugar or honey. I would prefer honey. I think with sugar, I tend to go overboard. So if you guys don't see me ever using sugar, that's why. Stay safe, everyone. Make sure you eat healthy. Make sure you're doing well on your diet. Any other videos? You know, if I think of anything, I'll post. And you guys know I'll post whenever I post, and I'll come and go as I please. I'll see you guys around. Bye.